The Ringing Cedars, Series 13, Anastasia, Book 1, Vladimir Megre. Who wakes up a new star? The second night, fearing that Anastasia would plant her teddy bear again to keep me warm, or that she would come up with something else, I categorically refused to go to sleep at all, unless she lay down next to me. I thought, if he's around, he won't come up with anything. Well, Vladimir, don't get excited, please, and don't be afraid. Nothing bad will happen to you. If you want, I will lie next to you and I will warm you. This time, even more cedar twigs, neatly stacked dried grass were scattered in the earthen hiding place. The walls were also crammed with twigs. I took off my clothes. I put the noose under my head. I lay down and covered myself with a windbreaker. The cedar twigs spread the same phytocidal myomodor, which popular science literature describes as disinfecting the air. Anastasia kept her word and lay down next to me. I felt that the smell of her body was far more beautiful than any other smell. It was more pleasant than the choicest perfumes, a scent I used to smell on women. But now I had no idea how to win her. Carnal desires did not awaken in me after that attempt on the way to Anastasia's clearing, after the fear that came over me then and the loss of consciousness, not even when I saw her undressed. I lay and dreamed about my son, whom my wife did not give birth to. So I thought, well, it would be nice if Anastasia gave birth to a son. She is so healthy, hearty and beautiful. Therefore, the child would also be healthy. It would look like me. Well, let it be on her too, but I'd rather it be on me. He will be a strong and smart person. He will know a lot. He will be gifted and happy. I imagined my son as an infant clinging to her breasts and nipples. And unconsciously I put my hand on Anastasia's firm and warm breast. I immediately felt tingling all over my body, but they went away immediately. But those were not tingling sensations of fear, but different, very pleasant ones. I did not withdraw my hand, but, holding my breath, just waited to see what would happen next. Then I felt the soft palm of her hand land on my hand. She didn't push me away. I stood up and started looking at Anastasia's beautiful face. I couldn't look away. Her gray blue eyes looked at me charmingly. Not being able to resist, I bent down and, casually touching her, I kissed her quickly and carefully on her exposed lips. Pleasant tingling went through my body again. The scent of her breath covered my face. Her lips didn't say, like the last time, "Don't calm down," and there was no fear at all. Thoughts about my son never left me, and when Anastasia gently hugged me, caressed my hair and surrendered to me with her whole body, I felt something like that. As soon as I woke up in the morning, I could tell that I had never experienced such a wonderful feeling in my life, a blissful rapture of pleasure. It was also unusual that after a night spent with a woman, physical fatigue always sets in. Everything was different here, and there was still the feeling of some sublime creation. The pleasure was not only physical, but somehow incomprehensible, previously unknown, unusually beautiful and exhilarating. I even thought that it was worth living just for the sake of such a feeling. So why didn't I feel anything similar before, even though I had many women, both beautiful and beloved, and experienced in love? Anastasia was a virgin, a shy and lovely virgin. But at the same time, she had something else in her that none of the women I knew had. What? Where is she now? I approached the entrance to the cozy earthen hideout and, poking my head out, looked towards the clearing. The clearing was located a little lower than the night shelter, which was located on a hill. The lake was covered with a half-meter layer of morning fog. Anastasia was spinning in that fog with her arms outstretched like a ballerina. She was raising a cloud around her, and when he draped her all over, Anastasia, jumping up slightly, with her legs outstretched in the rope, like a ballerina, flew over the layer of fog, descending to a new place. This picture mesmerized and delighted me, so I exclaimed from the fullness of feeling, "Anastasia! Good morning, beautiful forest fairy, Anastasia. Good morning, Vladimir." She replied with a cheerful exclamation. It's so good, so wonderful now. Why is that? I shouted with all my might. Only man of all beings in the universe has the possibility to experience something like that. Just a man and a woman who sincerely wanted to have a child with each other. Only a man who feels something like that is a star in the sky. Only a man who strives for realization and creation. Only a man who strives for self-realization and creation, and not for the satisfaction of his physical needs.